Hello students, how are you? I hope you all are good. So this is the continuous lecture with your moment distribution method. So in this lecture we are going to discuss a problem based on moment distribution method on continuous beams. Okay. Already we have discussed 3 problems. So this is your 4th one. So let's see in this problem what is different from these 3 problems that we have discussed earlier. Okay. So coming to problem number 4. So coming to this problem number 4, what we have that, let's see, we have a beam fixed here at A. This is your B, C, and here it is D. Okay. Here the span is given as, this span, AB span is given as 4 meter, BC span is given as, this BC span is 6 meter, and this CD span is given as 2 meter. Okay. Now see the loading condition. In BC span we have a UVL, uniformly varying load of intensity 15 kilonewton per meter. There is a load here also acting at D of 20 kilonewton. So there is a load of 20 kilonewton acting at D. Coming to this AB span, in AB span there is no load, but they have given a moment. Okay, they have given a moment of 40 kilonewton meter. So you can see the difference. The differences are this moment in AB span, that is 40 kilonewton meter, a UVL loading on BC, as well as if you see at D, there is no support. Okay, there are only A support, B support, and C support. There is no support at D. No support at D. So we have 3 different things to see here. How to solve the problem having no support. Okay. At the end, how to solve a problem having a UVL. How to solve a problem if a moment is acting on an span. So these 3 things, we are having these new 3 things as we compare it with the previous problem. So let's start with the first step, that is your calculation of fixed end moment. Before starting that, you can see here, let's call it as A, let's call it as B, and there is a moment here, let's call it as M naught. Okay, so when M naught is given, okay, and it is acting at L by 2 and total span is L. So when M naught is given, we will calculate the fixed end moments like FAB and MFBA. So for this fixed end moment, what will happen? Simply that M naught will be divided into by 4. So at both the ends, the fixed end will be M naught by 4. If you see the direction of this M naught, what is the direction of this M naught? M naught direction, if it is clockwise, see, this is your clockwise direction. This is, if you are seeing here, this is clockwise direction. So the fixed end moment will be in positive. If M naught is anti-clockwise direction, then we will take it as negative. Okay, so you just remember these 2 things also. Now one more thing to remember. One more thing to remember. What is that? Just see here. Now if you see this, what does it mean? A force of 40 kilonewton? No, this force is acting in X direction. And we know the beam, we solve the beam for Y direction loads only. Okay, That is vertical loads. This is horizontal load. Means due to this load, there will be a moment developed on this span. What is that moment? Moment will be this 40 kilonewton of force into distance. 40 into 1, that is 40 kilonewton meter of moment is developed here. And what direction? You just drag it. Direction is clockwise direction. So if it is C here for AB, for the portion AB, the moment is 40 kilonewton per meter like this, and if it is replaced by this also, the value will be same, only 14 kilonewton meter of a moment is acting here only. Okay, so they might give in this format or in this format, so you should be aware of these two formats. Okay, in any format if they are asking, you can go for it. Now coming to the solution part, step 1, that is your fixed end moments. We have three spans: AB span, BC span, and CD span. So calculate for first span AB, fixed end moments. So for span AB, there will be two fixed end moments, that is MFAB and MFBA. For MFAB, plus m naught by 4, that is 40 upon 4. For this also 40 upon 4. So we will get it as plus 10, and here also plus 10 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now coming for this span BC. So coming for this span BC, so we have MFBC and MFCB. Now if you see the BC span in the question, previously I have given you the question, in that BC span there is a UVL over this BC. So UVL is like this, if it is B and it is C, so UVL is acting like this. So if we are calculating fixed end moment at B due to C here, so we will have minus, and that formula will be WL square upon 30, and for here it will be plus WL square upon 20. Calculate it. After calculating, you will get 18 kilonewton meter minus, because this W value is nothing, 15 kilonewton per meter of run, this W value. And from here, if you will calculate, you will get plus 27 kilonewton meter. Now coming to span DC. CD, we call it as CD. Now if you see the span CD, this. So what is the moment acting here? And the span is 2 meter and the load is 20 kilonewton. Okay. So this 20 kilonewton into 2 meter, because we are calculating here only, because there is only one fixed end here, there is no end. So only one fixed end, so only one fixed end moment will be here only. Okay. No two, just like BC we have two, BC and CB, but here it will be only for CD. Okay. Only one moment. So that will be, what will be that? 20 into this distance and drag it. Which direction is this? This is clockwise direction, and we know the moment developed in the direction, we apply the moment in opposite here. Okay, so we will apply opposite moment here, so we will get minus. So MCD will be minus 20 into 2, that is minus 40 kilonewton meter, because this moment is in positive. So for counterbalancing this moment, we will apply a opposite moment here at fixed, so that will be minus 40 kilonewton of meter. So we have done with the step 1, that is calculation of fixed end moments. Just remember one thing, whenever a moment is given, we will apply m naught by 4 if it is acting at the center. Now coming to step 2, that is your distribution factor. Distribution factor. Okay. Now for distribution factor, we will make a table. So let's make a table, that is for joint and then members, stiffness, total stiffness, distribution factor. So we will have joints here, members here, stiffness, then we will calculate total stiffness, and finally we will get distribution factor. So how many joints are there? Two joints, that is B joint and C joint. For B joint, members are BA and BC. For C joint, we have CB and CD. Okay. Now for BA, if you see the BA, I will draw the beam here. A, B, C. At B and you are seeing at A. BA means you are sitting at B here and you are watching A. The far end is fixed. So formula is 4EI upon L. So 4EI upon L. That will be what is the L value? That is 4 bit. This is 4. This is your 6. And this is your 2. So 4. L value is 4. When you will put this, you will get EI. For BC, now you are seeing BC. See here. If you are seeing BC, you will say, sir, it is continuous. No? Yes, the beam is continuous. But this is your last end. After that, there is no support. So last end is hinged. So for this, we will apply the formula 3EI upon L. There is one more thing here. We need to observe this also, because after that there is no support. So this is the last support. Far end is hinged. So hinged means 3I upon L. If there would be a support here also, so this support will be continuous. Then we will apply the formula 4EI upon L. Okay. So 3EI upon L and L value is 6. So it is EI upon 2. Now coming to CB. From C you are seeing B again, and now you are at C and you are seeing B. If you will see the B, it is continuous because after that there is a support at A. So it is continuous. For continuous 4EI upon L. So 4EI upon L and the L value is 6. So 2EI upon 3. And for CD no support, 0. Now total stiffness, EI plus EI by 2, it will be 3EI by 2. Total, this plus 0, so it is nothing, 2EI by 3 only. And distribution factor will be 1 because total stiffness is 2EI by 3 and even individual stiffness is 2EI by 3. So this will divided by this 1, 0. And here EI divided by 3EI by 2. So when you will divide it, you will get distribution factor as 0.66, and for this you will get distribution factor of 0.33. Now this step is also over for distribution factor, that is step number 2. Now coming to step number 3, that is distribution of moments. Okay, now coming to step number 3, distribution of moments. Now again make the table here. Let's say joint. After joint we will have members. After that distribution factor. Distribution factor. Okay. Now, what are the joints? A, B, and C. A, B, C. Okay. For A, the member is only AB. For B, there are two members, that is BA and BC. So BA, BC. For C, two members, that is CB and CD. Okay. Now, next is your fixed end moments, that is FEM. We have calculated that fixed end moments, that is for AB it is plus 10, for BA it is also plus 10, for BC it is minus 18, for here CB plus 27, and for here again minus 40. Yeah, we need to write distribution factor here. No need to write distribution factor here. It is distribution factor of 0.66. Distribution factor is 0.33. Here distribution factor is 1.0. No need. Now in this step, what I am doing, I am balancing C. This is C joint, no? So I am balancing C joint here. Okay. Because the distribution factor is 1 here and here distribution factor is 0. So when you will add these two, minus 27 plus 40, so add here minus 27 plus 40, you will get plus 13. Okay. Now you have to distribute, sorry, plus 27 minus 40, no? So minus 13. Okay. Now you have to distribute this minus 13 into two parts, that is CB and CD, but the distribution factor of CB is 1 and for distribution factor of CD is 0. So 0 into minus 13 is 0 here and 1 into minus 13 is minus 13. Now as we have distributed, so we need to change the sign. So this minus sign will be changed into plus. It means after adding these two and after distribution of factor according to distribution factor, sorry, distribution of moments according to distribution factor, we got the moment as plus 13. For which span? For CB span. So plus 13 here. Okay. Now coming to carryover, if you see the beam, let's have a beam here. A, B, C. Now for CB, we have plus 13. So we need to, because if you sit here and seeing the far end, this far end is continuous. It means half of the moment will be transferred here as a carryover moment, half of the moment as a carryover moment. So half of this moment will be transferred to BC, that is nothing, 6.5. Okay. Now we need to add them. This is FEM as well as balancing C and carry over to B. We have balanced C as well as we have transferred the carryover moment to B also. Now add this is minus 40. So plus 27 plus 30 is plus 40. And this is your minus 18 plus 6.5 minus 11.5. This is still plus 10. This is still plus 10. Now this is your initial moments. This is your initial moments. Now if you see here at C joint, plus 40 minus 40, it means net force, net moment is 0. So we need not to balance this C joint. Now C joint is already balanced. We need to balance B. So balancing B joint. Balancing B. So we need to balance. So we will add these two. Plus 10 minus 11.5. So it's minus 1.5. So minus 1.5 will be distributed into BA and BC because this is for B joint. So for BA and BC, if you see the carryover factor here, it is 0.66 into minus 1.5. So sign will be changed. So let's take it as 1.5. And here it will be 0.33 into plus 1.5. So the value, this value will be your 1 and this value will be your 0.5. So adding these two, now we have distributed. So here it will be for which DA span, that is 1, that is in plus. So plus 1 here, and here it will be plus 0.5. Okay. Now if you sit here B, so if you see this as A, far end, so far end is fixed, so half of the carryover will be transferred here as a carryover moment. But if you will see at C, it is hinged, because after that there is no support, so it is hinged, so the carryover factor will be 0. So from B there will be no carryover factor for C. From B there will be a carryover factor of half at A. So half of this will be transferred to here, that is plus 0.5. Now again we have balanced B as well as carry over to A. Add them now again. This is minus 40 plus 40 minus 11.5 plus 0.5, that is minus 10, 11. Here it will be plus 11, and here it is plus 10.5. Now if you see plus 11 minus 11 at B joint also net moment is 0, at C joint also net moment is 0, means our step is completed. This is your final moment. This is your final moment. So we have calculated final moments also. Okay. So what you need to do now? Just draw bending moment diagram. So next step is drawing bending moment diagram. Bending moment diagram. For that we have final moments. So final moments, what are the final moments? For AB we have plus 10.5. For BA we have plus 11. For BC we have minus 11. For CB we have 40, and for CD we have minus 40. Okay, so we have these final moments. Now moments due to loading condition. So for that we need to calculate for a span AB and a span BC. For CD it will be no need to require. Okay, for CD, because that is your, if you see the CD, it is like this. You see, this is your D. So no need to calculate for CD. Okay, so we need only the span moments for AB and BC. So when you will calculate the span moments for AB and BC, you are going to get it as, if you see it clearly, you will get it as, just calculate, because in AB span already given 40 kilonewton of meter. Okay, for BC span you just calculate it, and after calculating you will get it as 34.64 kilonewton meter. Okay, so we have these moments. So draw the bending moment diagram now. So we will take a, let's take a beam A, let's call it as B, call it as C, let's call it as D. So if you see at A, B plus 10.5, so this plus 10.5, if it were minus 10.5, we were taking at upward, but now it is minus, not minus 10.5, it is plus 10.5. So we will take in downward direction here. We will take in downward direction. You can see we will take here in downward direction as 10.5. If it is in minus, we will take upward. If it is in plus, we will take downward. Starting point, you can see the previous question. In all the questions, the first span means at A, the moments were minus, but here it is in plus. Okay, now coming to B, it is plus 11. Okay, So for B, go for plus 11. So plus for BA as well as BC, minus 11 and plus 11. So we will mark here 11 upward direction. So let's say it is 11 and then join it. Okay. So this is your 11. Because for BA plus 11, then B for BC it is minus 11. So we will take it as upward direction. Okay. Now coming to C, at C it is 40. Okay, so we will mark 40 at C. If you see at C, B it is 40, for CD it is minus 40. So both are there. So we will mark in upward direction. Let's say it is 40. So join it. And for D, we know it will be 0, directly to 0. Okay. Now this is your final moments. We have drawn the diagram for final moments. Now coming to span moments. Okay. Now coming to span moments. So we have 40 kilonewton meter here at the center, but 40 kilonewton half will be, we will take like this. Let's mark as 20. 20. Okay, this is 20, this is your 20. So 20 plus 20, total it is 40. So we need to divide the moments like this only. When you are going to draw bending moment diagram, when the moment is already given, we will divide it like this only. Because for A, the moments is downward, so we will make it downward only. And then again, the remaining will be in upward. So total moments will be 40 only. If you see here, we will add this 20 plus 20, we will get 40. But 20 is downward direction and 20 is in upward direction. Okay. Now B 0. Now for BC you have UVL. So for UVL we will draw cubic. Okay. So let's draw that cubic. And that is 34.64. So this is your 34.64. 34.64. Okay. Now for CD, no need to draw. Okay. So now mark the common regions. What are that common regions? Above this line, this is your common region. Common region. This is your common region. This is your common region. And then this whole is your common region. So now let's see which will be positive, which will be negative. So above this line, final moments. Above this line, we will take as positive, and below this line, we will take it as negative. Okay. So this is your positive. This is your positive. This is your negative. This is your negative. Okay. Here also there is a negative below this line. Right. So we have drawn this bending moment diagram also. Okay. So we have done with this problem. So this problem contains three different things as compared to the previous questions. Like moment was given on the span directly. Second, what was the different thing? The different thing was UVL. We haven't solved any problem on this UVL, so we have solved this problem on UVL also, and a span having moment given as moment also, as well as free end. Means like this. At D, there was no support. Free end means no support at end. any of one of the ends. So for these three things, we have learned how to solve the problem. So regarding this, we have done 4 problems on continuous beams by moment distribution method. So next problem will be your moment distribution based on moment distribution method only, and even continuous beam, but due to sinking support. So what we need to change if there is a sinking support in the continuous beams? So what will be that method? We will learn it in next lecture. So thank you.